Hey, my friends. As always, knocking the tripod over. I haven't been making a lot of videos lately. I honestly just haven't really felt up to it. But I do have a little time today, and I do have a few things that I want to share. In terms of recent things, recent acquisitions that I think are worth taking a look at. This is an Oracle deck, guys. Y'all, I don't really talk about Oracle decks that much because I don't really like Oracle decks that much. But I do like this one, and I will be honest, this is a review copy. I probably would not have looked at it otherwise, not because I don't like Ethany's work, because I just don't use Oracle decks. But I'm glad that I had the opportunity to actually look at it, because this is one of those Oracle decks I actually think is good. And I've actually done some I'm using actually a lot, a word I hate. I've done readings with this for myself. I've gotten really powerful answers from it. Not answers I particularly wanted, but to me that's the sign of an Oracle deck that's not just fluffy, and that's the thing that I find with so many decks, is that they're just fluffy. So this is, of course, Ethany's Awakened Soul Oracle deck, 2nd edition. It is a 50-card Oracle deck with a guidebook, and the art is by Danielle Mulligan. And you can get this on Amazon, and I believe through Ethany's website. It comes in we love these boxes, don't we? We love when people take and make effort into their packaging. So there's a nice guidebook, which I will reference. Nice Oracle-sized cards. This is the B pattern is sort of Ethany's kind of logo slash mantra, and a visual mantra, mandala maybe. Maybe I'm using that word badly. I have worked with this deck. I've shuffled it, so it's not in order. But the only order there really is to it is that there are the cards came in alphabetical order. They're not numbered, which I actually like, because if there's a card in an Oracle deck that I don't like and the deck isn't numbered, I can just take it out, which I have been known to do. So, the Awakened Soul Oracle guidebook has meanings to all the cards. It talks about ways to work with the deck, how to cleanse your deck. There's an Awakened Soul Challenge, which is a 13-day challenge to sort of awaken your soul and wake up to the world, in fact. What's awakening within me right now, for example? What fears may be holding me back? So there's a prompt every day for 13 days, and you would work with the deck for that. And then the guidebook has some spreads, and then the card meanings, and you sort of get the story, the awakened meaning, or sort of the light meaning, the shadow meaning, and affirmation, and then kind of a personal reflection or like a journaling prompt. And it does that for each of the cards. And then there's the bios of the creators in the back. So really nice. I love the sort of matte finish of the book. It feels really nice. Very nicely printed. This is an independently published deck by Ethany, and beautifully, beautifully done. I like the art a lot, and like I said, I have used it, which is not so. I just don't like Oracle decks, but I do like this one, and that's the reason I'm actually making this video, because I had Oracle decks come in that I just didn't feel like I had anything to say about, or anything nice to say anyway. So, let's look at the cards, and then I'll just, as we get to some of my favorites, one or two of my favorites, I'll read the guidebook description to you as well. So this is the first one. This is not in order, like I said. The first one that shows up here is Meditate. This is Challenge, Vision, Rescue. I never really know what to say when I do a walkthrough of an Oracle deck, because there's not really a whole lot to say about them other than look how good the art is. This is a good choice. I would say, I guess, working with this as I am right now, the font is a little hard to read from this distance, but because if I am using an Oracle deck, I'm usually only using it for me. That's not really a huge concern. The reason I want to be able to read the font on a card is frequently because when I'm recording a video for a client, I'm several feet away because the camera's in my, in my line of vision. So, oh, this is connection, perspective, labyrinth, magic, grounding, solitude, change, Gaia, unplug, something I am incapable of doing. That may be a card I just take out. Release. Sovereignty. See, there are interesting choices in here. Let's actually look at what this says. So, guidebook, I need to go alphabetically. So, did I pass it? No, I didn't. Sovereignty. So symbol, the virgin goddesses, keywords, authority, power, royalty, jurisdiction. The awakened soul story. Our awakened soul stands in awe of the three virgin goddesses of ancient Greek mythology. Athena, goddess of wisdom and strategy, Artemis, goddess of the moon and the hunt, and Hestia, goddess of the home and hearth. She can see herself in each of these powerful divine feminine ones. Through connecting to their energy, she is inspired to claim her own life and power. These goddesses weren't all about chastity. They claimed the word virgin as being a woman who no man or God can own. They made their own choices and had the power over their own lives. So there's a little bit more, but then there's the awakened meaning. The sovereignty card has arrived as a sign from the divine within you to your own power, and you have been giving it away, and if you have been giving it away, to take it back. You may have given your power away by allowing other people to make decisions for you, seeking approval over being happy and not having clear boundaries. These goddesses are a reminder that no one but you has the right to say anything about your life and the choices that you do and don't make. They are yours and no one else. Give yourself permission to be yourself. There's a couple more paragraphs. The shadow meaning, giving your power away, seeking approval, unwilling to take responsibility or decide, untapped potential. The affirmation is, I claim my sacred power now. And the personal reflection is, how can you reclaim or reconfirm your personal power? This is a beautiful desire card. The cardstock, by the way, is really yummy. Speaking of desire. Shapeshifter. Rebirth. Boundaries. Perseverance. Authenticity. Authenticity is not my favorite word, but being who you are is. Shadow. Gratitude. Action. Adventure. Fun. That's very sweet. Color run. Sensuality. I love this one too. I love a little burlesque moment. Compassion. That's very sweet too. Devotion. I love this art. I love the anything that shows performance or stage makes me happy. Especially now that we can't have any of that. Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Treasure. Silence. Gift. Cleanse. Guidance. Dream. Sanctuary. Knowledge. I love those lanterns. This is artistically one of my favorite cards. Wisdom. Judgment. Healing. Mirror. Leadership. That has to be Oprah, right? I'm not making that up. Song. Family. Surrender. simplicity, truth, mantra, and trust. So really beautiful, really, really lovely art. I think it shuffles really nicely. I have to corner, sort of side shuffle. That works really well. I know you're not supposed to shuffle gilded decks that way. I don't care. When I will, in those rare cases where I work with an Oracle deck, I will tend to pull one card. And usually I can get enough out of the prompt there. I tend not to do spreads using Oracle decks. In fact, if I am going to use one, what I'll frequently use it for is as a prompt for a reading. So if someone has a question and they don't, or if someone wants a reading and they don't quite know what their question is, then I'll pull an Oracle card as a prompt and say, okay, let's talk about sanctuary and what that means in your life right now, or let's talk about trust, or let's talk about mirror, say. And so in that way, I like these as that. But I have done, and I'm not going to get into it, they're very personal, but I did do a handful of just one card readings using this, and just sort of looking at the card, working with what's in the guidebook, and the guidebook is usually pretty important in an Oracle deck. There were some connections, and they were not easy connections in terms of getting a pass in life, you know what I mean? So I think that this definitely has a voice that I appreciate, and it is one of those rare Oracle decks that I'm going to keep. Because I think it's really, really, I just think it's really successful, ultimately. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with Oracle decks because when I do get them, I just kind of don't know what to do with them. But this one I quite like. I like the art, I like the word choices for the most part. There's a couple I'm not that wild about, but nothing's perfect to anybody because we've all got taste, different tastes, so... But I think this is a lovely, useful Oracle deck, and if you're on the market for an Oracle deck that isn't just fluffy, sort of what I call self-empowerment fundamentalism, where everything's positive and everything's within your power all the time, which is just not how life works, and to me is sort of a demonstration of privilege. This isn't that, I don't think, at least not in my experience of working with it. So, again, this is by Ethony, created and written by Ethony, art by Danielle Mulligan. This is the 2020 second edition. You can get this online, I believe through Amazon, in fact. And I hope you enjoyed this. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe, stay angry, and stay engaged, and stay well.